Alright, we're making good progress into quadratics. So hopefully some of this is a review. So we're going to simplify this using the heart of love. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is equals to 2 plus minus root 8 divided by negative 2. Now, because of the plus minus sign, you don't really have to worry about the negative sign anymore. But let me just show you here. This minus sign is unnecessary because we're going to be toggling between positive and negative anyways. Two negatives end up being positive. So you could just erase this negative sign because the plus minus sign takes care of both cases anyways. And what is root 8? Root 8 is the same thing as 2 root 2. And the 2's cancel. So the simplified version is going to be 2 plus minus root 2. Now let's try to solve a quadratic that cannot be factored. Now you can try to factor this, it's going to be hard. You can try, you might cry, but let's use the less intensive rainbow method. Let's go 3 times negative 4 just to factor this. So I'm just going to think here, x squared plus 2x, 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, and we try to factor this normally, trinomial factoring. What times what is 12 but adds to be 2? What times what is negative 12? So if you think about it, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, and you don't have to bother reversing these numbers, it's just going backwards. Is there a nice pair of numbers that somehow add to be positive 2? So regardless of fixing these numbers by adding a plus or minus sign in front of them, 1 and 12 are too far apart. You'll never get the coefficient plus 2. 2 and 6 are too far apart, and 3 and 4 are simply off by 1. So we can't get plus 2. This is impossible. So we're wasting our time if we're trying to factor this. So why don't we be more productive and just try to use the quadratic formula? X is equals to minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So the beauty of the quadratic formula is that it always works. Factoring can be very fast, but the quadratic formula will work all the time. So let's try this. Negative b is going to be minus 2 plus minus b squared, and I'm going to do this a bit more aggressively. 2 squared is 4 minus 4ac all over 2a. Your a value is 3. And your c value is negative 4 all over 2 times a. I'm going to save some time and do that in my head. 2 times the a value of 3, 2 times 3 is 6. So this was pretty aggressive. So we have minus 2 plus minus. And just focus on this part here. We have 4. 2 negatives multiplied becomes a plus. So we're adding 4 times 4 times 3 is a big number. The answer is 48. 48 plus 4 is, 52. All over 6. So you can see that 52 can be broken down to 2 times 2 times 13. 1, 2 can escape. So we have negative 2 plus minus 2 root 13. 13 is a prime number, so we can no longer pull things out. All over 6. And now you can divide top and bottom by 2. So this is the same thing as negative 1 plus minus 1, which is just root 13, all over 3. So instead of having exact answers, let's think like an engineer. And we can say that the first possible answer is the positive version. Negative 1 plus root 13 over 3 is approximately 0.869. And the second x value, the second root or x-intercept, is going to be negative 1 minus root 13 over 3, which is approximately negative 1.54. Why don't we verify our answer on Desmos? So we punch in this graph, the quadratic, into Desmos, and we see that these x-intercepts are correct based off the quadratic formula. Okay, so for question number 15, we're given the hint that this quadratic has no roots. So I punch this in, y equals x squared plus 3x plus 3. And you can see that the parabola does not even cross the x-axis. So we're expecting some strange answer. Let's see what happens. We're not going to factor because it would be futile. So let's try using the quadratic formula. We know that x is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So negative b will be minus 3 plus minus b squared, 3 squared is 9, minus 4 ac, 1 times 3, all over 2 times a. 2 times 1 is just 2. We're just going to clean this up a little bit. So 9 minus 12, 4 times 3 is 12, is negative 3. And now we see the problem. The problem is when the radicand, the part inside the radical, is negative, we have a problem. This is also known as the discriminant. The value within the actual square root sign is called the discriminant. When it's negative, when it's less than 0, there is no solution. Big rule in math. You can't take the square root of a negative number. Okay, so now it's your turn.